If you struggle as a multi-passionate creative, this video is exactly for you, because I want to break down why success does not require sacrifice and how your non-linear path is exactly the authentic blueprint that you came here to embody to create the success that feels as good as it looks. So if y'all are new here, my name's Kev. I'm an award-winning furniture designer, and I help ambitious creatives deepen their presence, cultivate emotional intelligence so that they can build an aligned business from the inside out. So there's this one fear that I see so many creatives subscribe to, and it's the deep fear that they won't be successful unless they sacrifice something or follow a path that's inauthentic to them, because it's what gets the money, the likes, the you name it. And I want to call bullshit on that path, because the most sustainable and efficient path to success is the one where you embody what feels most true and aligned for you, which is AKA being authentic. And I know authentic is a buzzword like manifestation, and I fucking hate that word now, even though it's beautiful, right? I'd rather have people talk about it than not. But success does not require sacrifice, and that fear needs to be acknowledged. Like, oh, I'll just self-abandon a little bit so that I can be successful and then go back and be more authentic. No, let me save you the heartache and pain now. You don't need to abandon your authenticity in order to be successful. But first, I would actually really encourage you to get down on a pen and paper what success means to you. Not necessarily what it looks like, although go in that direction, but the deep embodied feeling of you inside of the success that you imagine. What happens here is that you'll find you are actually not far off from that feeling of success in all of the ways that you should yourself, why you think you should be more successful. I should be doing this, then I'll finally get X, Y, and Z. I should stop doing that so that I can finally... And while there may be truth in those, your path to success likely begins with you dropping all of those shoulds, embodying and owning the desire of how success feels now, and moving forward boldly from that place. That deep fear that I mentioned earlier is what prolongs you becoming truly successful. First, because the life that you crave cannot be built on self-abandonment. So if you abandon a part of yourself in order to get successful so that you finally have the resources and time to do what you love, that's a slippery slope. And I would encourage you to instead deepen your presence, deepen your devotion to your non-linear path, to the passions that feel alive, and realize that no matter how they want to express through you, that is perfectly a part of your path in becoming. And to add nuance, I do want to express the power of devotion, not this sort of scattered, I want to paint today, then do this tomorrow, then do that. No, by multi-passion, I mean those, you, who have this multi-dimensionality to them. You're deep, you're a philosopher, you're an artist, you're a conversationalist, you're a connector, you're a manifesting generator, whatever the fuck these combination of things that you are, all of that is part and parcel to your unique gifts and your purpose to the world. And I encourage you to stop pressuring yourself on your purpose and mission being the thing, the one thing, but rather to bring it home and feel in your body that your purpose is the embodiment of how you do everything. Like that age-old quote, the epitaph of how you do one thing is how you do everything. And that's fucking true. Your presence is your gift to the world. That's what encodes everything that you do. So if you struggle as a creative, You likely are not fully present with what is. You're scattered, you're too much in your mind, and you're bouncing from thing to thing, thinking, I gotta make space for all my multi-passions. That's not making space for your multi-passions, that's your own lack of devotion to sitting with what is. I know that can feel sharp, but your real practice to start cultivating success begins with sitting with the discomfort of where you currently are. That likely might be the shame for not being more successful. That likely might be the frustration of not knowing how it's all going to work out. And maybe the resentment of the, I should have done this yesterday, or why didn't I do that before? Or, oh my God, X, Y, and Z. When you can create space to feel those, not wallow in them, not be a victim to them, but to get right with the reality of what's alive inside of you, that the reality of your own internal struggle, then you become much more resourced to create from depth, because you're no longer relying on emotional repression and your intellect to get you where you need to go. You now have cleared some of the debris, you have access to more of your depth, and what you create can be that much more magnetic, alive, colorful, textured, intimate, whatever that is, right? So I don't want this to be a permission slip for anyone who's multi-passionate to stay scattered. Instead, I want you to acknowledge your multidimensionality, bring all the cows home, focus on deepening your presence and giving from a deeper place. Because there's no sacrifice when you are giving from that deep place of authenticity. You don't abandon yourself, you deepen yourself. And that's just the path that I find is the most direct, to the point path of embodying what you came here to do, to be, to become, all of those things. And that's where success is. So get straight on what success actually means to you. Be really discerning about how present you're showing up, how presently you're showing up as that version now. Sit with the discomfort of all the things that might be preventing you from fully showing up that way, and then create from depth. Move boldly, open your heart just a little bit more, and then fuck up. Because when you fuck up, that's when you learn. That's when you get to recommit with even more of your power. So I'll keep this one short for today. If you're a multi-passionate creative who wants to really feel more resourced on their journey of expressing their creativity, I invite you to check out the Embodied Creator Toolkit. That's a really powerful resource for y'all. Links in the description. And my newsletter is free. It's an offering to the world that I hope will impact you as much as it's impacting the hundreds of plus people that are inside. So thank you for being here. I'm so stoked. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.